Hello, hi, it's Cassie. We're here for Product Showcase this week, and this week we are going to look at and play with and talk about Kristie Taylor Creations. Here's her card. And she made some fabulous shimmering alcohol inks called Sparkle Spirits. And look at the cute labeling and everything. She's got a bunch of really pretty colors. They've got just a little bit of shimmer in them, and they're very pretty and fun to use. So we're going to play with these alcohol inks tonight. And I guess I should have cleared my space a little bit more. But it's a mess, and that's how it is, so that's how I work. So we take it as it is. All right. So yeah, we're just going to get started right away here. I'm going to get everything set up. Let me make sure that I can see comments. 1 second. Okay. And we are rolling. Okay. So, yeah, so here's some samples I've made. We're going to walk through and actually make some of them live here on YouTube tonight, and I just want to show you some of the samples that I have already been playing with and different ways to use the alcohol ink. Here's a card that I made, and you can see there's some foil in here. I'm going to show you how to do that. And here's another fun card, and I stamped on it and added a little glitter. You can see there. Alcohol ink is really versatile, can be used lots of different ways. It also has some limitations too, just by the nature of what it is all on its own. So these colors are gorgeous, really beautiful, vibrant. I'm excited to play with them with you tonight and show you some really fun, cool techniques. So we're gonna just get started right away. You can, so when you create your backgrounds, you can then die cut the pieces. Look at how pretty that looks when they're die cut, and you've got the different colors and a little bit of randomness and just beautiful. So there's that. There's lots of different textures and styles. This one I sprayed with a little bit of the new Imagine Rose Gold Sheer Shimmer Spritz, just to give it extra shimmer and shine. And it has like a rose goldy kind of thing going on. So that that's another effect. This one also has some foil in it. You can see the gold foil if I tilt it just right. There, you could see it a second ago. And then you can stamp right on it, okay? And we've got, I'll show you how to do that. This one has some black foil. So all these areas where you see that really dark black, that is black foil. Very, very pretty. So, and then you can also stamp on metal, or I'm sorry, color on metal. And that is what our final project is gonna be, something to do with metal there. So, oh yeah, I forgot about these guys too. So I have a bunch of these. I have even more than what's in here. They're just little flat bottomed like clear pebble kind of things, right? And so I like to use these on projects a lot, and these were super cheap at my craft store. So I got them. You can put, you know, images or patterns or glitter or whatever underneath them and have it shine through. You can, but here I used the alcohol ink and put it over the top to color it, to give it a new translucent kind of color. So here you can see these guys have some color to them. Okay, and that was just really dropping it right on top and letting it dry. Okay, so put those guys out of the way, and then you can use those on projects or whatever you want. I like to do them ahead of time if I know I'm going to make something, and then I can, you know, give them time to dry. And then this one I put a little bit of glitter underneath. It's kind of hard to see here, but you'll see I put some glitter under there just to have a little bit of extra sparkle. And glue. You got to use glue also if you're going to put some glitter. So that's another surface that you can use them on. Basically, alcohol ink works beautifully on really non-porous surfaces really, really well. So mainly we're going to be working with Yupo paper tonight. And Yupo comes, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Yupo as we're getting started. And then also you can, I'm just going to do some samples on vellum too, because you can use this on vellum as well. Let me see if I can find real quick. I forgot. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you this first. So I did color swatches. I always do color swatches when I first get a product, just to see what I'm working with and to see, you know, how they dry and how you know, pigment there and all that kind of stuff, and just to start to play with them and get an idea. So one thing I just want to show you the difference. Okay, so let's compare. This is Yupo. This is here. This is Yupo comes in different styles, and I'll get to that in a minute as well, because Yupo really works. Yupo and alcohol ink really go hand in hand, especially nowadays. Yupo's become a lot more popular. And so, and there are several different variations that you can get. So this is just heavy. It's called Yupo Heavy, and it's opaque, and it's thick like cardstock. It's actually like really thick cardstock, like the Nina, like the thick Nina stuff. Okay, and it's very opaque, as you can see here. It's totally white. Whereas this other Yupo that we're going to be using, that's one sheet, you can kind of see my fingers through that, right? Where this one, there's no way. And this is translucent, okay? And that one came on a bigger sheet. So just some subtle differences, but there are differences. But then I just like to show how they differ. So as you can see on the Yupo paper here, how it just kind of flowed freely and dried on top, and is nice, rich color, and hard edges, right? Like crisp lines on the edges there, and even just a little bit darker line on the edges sometimes, because the ink kind of moves and pools and then collects on those edges. Where here, this is just regular cardstock. This is one reason why you wouldn't really want to use this on regular cardstock. It's porous, right? So the difference here is that this paper is porous, so the alcohol ink, as soon as you put it on here, it's gonna just soak right in. Hi, Kristie. Oh, Kristie's online. This is her alcohol ink, and it is fantastic. Thank you so much for making this and sharing it with me, and just sharing it with everyone. I love the sparkle. I love all the colors. Yeah, so thank you so much. It's so fun to play with. So anyway, so here it is on cardstock, and you see how the edges are kind of fuzzy. It soaks right into the paper right away. Okay, that I was playing on that side, but this doesn't bleed through. And it doesn't move very well for you. And you'll see as we play with it, the Yupo paper is not porous. It's plastic. It's not actually a fibrous paper. It's made out of plastic. And so the alcohol ink can sit right on top and just kind of move around. And eventually the alcohol dries and evaporates, and you're left with the pigment that's left over, and that's what you get. So pretty cool. And then you can also use it on vellum. And it works a little differently, right? Because vellum is also slightly different, but you can still use it on vellum, and I think it looks quite lovely. And here you can even see in that purple, let's see if I can show you some of that shimmer. Let's see if I can get the light just right. It's hard to do on video, you know, but trust me, there's shimmer in there. And it's really, I like it because it's not overpowering. It's nice and subtle, and it just gives you a little bit extra. It's super pretty. So there we go. Okay, so these are my color swatches. So these are all the colors we're going to work with and play around with. And to start, I'm going to start, oh yeah, one more thing. So I told you mainly about the Yupo. I'm going to show you the packaging just so you can get an idea. And Yupo comes in all different sizes too. As you see, this heavy Yupo is, I think this is 5 by 7, 390 GSM, 144 pounds. It's thick, but really good. This is good for like card making and stuff, right? And just working on backgrounds or whatever. So there's this size, and it's thick and it's opaque, right? And then we have this other one that's a really big one. This is 11 by 14. And they have 8 by 10, 8.5 by 11, whatever. They have all different sizes. Just depends on what you're going to do with it, and, you know, how big a sheet you need. But this obviously, as I was showing you earlier, this is translucent. You can kind of see through it. And so it just really is based on your preference, and what kind of projects you're going to do determines what kind of Yupo you want to use. So we are just going to get started right away. So there's a few ways that you can apply alcohol ink to surface, and we're going to mainly work with the Yupo here. And I'll start with these smaller pieces just to get started and show you some techniques. Okay, so let me get a drink after all that talking. And if anybody ever has any questions, let's see. Another great medium to play on is, mineral paper. Yeah, I saw that you've been working with mineral paper. I don't have any. So I definitely am interested in getting my hands on some of that and trying it out. It's made from rocks instead of, that's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google mineral paper and find some. I saw that you were making some projects with it the other day. I meant to look it up, so thank you for that. Another awesome surface to work on. I always love finding new stuff, so that's really cool. Okay, so we're just gonna play on this small piece first, and I have fallen in love with the Gaia green. I think that's my favorite color in here, to be honest. So we're gonna start with that, and then we'll come in with some yellow after. Okay, so I'm going to give it a shake because you can see there are some of that shimmers collected at the bottom. That shakes up pretty easily. And oh, that's nice, it's cheaper. So Kristie's saying she ordered from Amazon, it's cheaper than Yupo. That's exciting. I'm definitely going to have to order some tonight after I'm done here. I love trying new stuff. Okay, so I am going to put another piece of paper underneath. I'm getting my Imagine mat all inky, and it's harder to clean for me. So, okay, we're gonna work on this scrap paper. So I just have, you know, this pouncing tool and the felt pad, and I got a bunch of felt pads here, but I like to reuse mine. I keep them off to the side, and if it's in the same family, it's no problem to reuse it. Okay, so here we go. So, oh, I think I need some more. And sometimes, you know, you can put more than one color together. You can just do one. Actually, I'm going to do the Gaia green and just a little bit of turquoise, because the turquoise is really pretty too. So I just, every time I use it, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shake. It just helps to get that, the shimmer mixed in. Oh, look at already the cool patterns that are forming. Here we go. This is so pretty. Look at already. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can create different patterns, okay, with this pouncing tool and felt pads. Okay, so this first we're just pouncing, and we end up with a bunch of little cells, if you will. Now, in some areas where the ink was juicier, I guess, or I put a lot of ink on the pad, you'll see that it kind of blends a little bit more and it doesn't get as dotty. But if I just tap lightly, look at, I'm starting to get some of those, some more of the more defined dots there. Okay, very pretty, very, very pretty. So then I'm going to take this felt pad off, and I don't have a yellow, so let me get a new one. Oh, hi. Hi, Creative Soul Studio. How are you? Yes, these inks are amazing. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so now I'm going to go over with the yellow. So now what I found with these alcohol inks is that the yellow, excuse me, the yellow will replace the green, but it also kind of blends with it a little bit too, which I think is pretty cool and unique. So let's check this out. Okay, I'm gonna get a good amount of yellow, and let's see what we get. So I'm just gonna pounce like I was before. Okay, so now you see how it is, you can see the distinct yellow in here and it's replacing it, but then around the edges you still have that green, and even kind of in the middle you have a little bit of the green, so it's kind of blending with it too, which I think is really cool and fun. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Imagine this as a background and then just have, like, you know, something stamped on top of it in black, or like here I cut out happy birthday in a different type of paper and laid it over the top, right? So there's so many things you can do. You can die cut like I was showing you out of this and make some really cool things. So anyway, really, really fun. Look at that. That's completely gorgeous. I'm just, they're so fun to work with because you really never know what you're going to get. I could do this exact same thing with the exact same colors again right now, and I would have different results. And so I really love the organic nature of the process, and just the whole thing is really great. Okay, so I'm going to show you another way to do this to get a different sort of pattern that's really fun. So let's switch to blues. How about, let's do like blue and purple. All right, let's see. I'm gonna use definitely this Oh, the black. Yes. Okay, we'll go over it with the black later. Just a minute. I have ideas. Here we go. All right. So I've got a couple of blues and a purple and black. So we're going to start with let's do the bright blue. It's hard to pick because they're all gorgeous, but here we go. We're going to do bright blue and purple. So I have like a medium tone and a dark tone. And then we're going to add some black in after. And it's not really super stark black. It's more of a purpley black, and it's just really gorgeous. So, ooh, look at that's got a lot of shimmer in there. Let's give that a good shake. This purple one has, I think it has extra shimmer, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so we've got bright blue and we've got Persephone purple. Very cool names. Okay, here we go. Just do a little bit. The purple is pretty strong, so I did a little bit more blue than purple. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so I'm pouncing it first because I really liked that that dot background, and then I'm going to do a different technique over top of it with the I'm sorry, I'm missing all your comments. Oh, her name is Robin. Chris, Creative Soul Studio, your name is Robin. Hi, my mom's name is Robin. It's a great name. Okay, so here we have the dots again. Okay, super gorgeous, right? And then we're going to go over it with black, but we're going to do something a little bit different. And this is super fun. Okay, let me shake this black up really good. This is Luna black. Very nice. Okay, so get a little bit of black. I think I put a little too much. I get too excited. Okay, here we go. We're going to swirl. We're going to tap and swirl. Ready? Ooh. Takes a little bit of practice. Here we go. I might need a bigger sheet of paper to get the full effect here. There we go. It's starting to happen. I'm probably going to cover my whole... If I have a bigger sheet, I can have more space in between or a smaller pad. But you see, you get a totally different effect here. I'm going to do another sheet because of just the swirl. I really want you to see the swirl. It's super fun and really pretty. Okay, a little bit more. I love doing the swirl. Okay, especially if you have like a sky background. Oh, this isn't swirling. There we go. I was pressing too hard. Here we go. Look it. Yay. I love the swirls. They also can, if you use like a pinkish color, you can get like a rosebud look too. It's really pretty. Anyway, and see, okay, now I love this because look at how it almost looks like watercolor at this point, right? And you can see the different tones and gradations there. Super beautiful. This black is amazing. Okay, it's really, really fun. And the I have another sample here. So this one's dried, so you can see the center of these is a little darker, and then you've got the brush stroke in behind there. And this one I did red and purple, and then I did the black on top of it. But then I sprayed it, and I did a bunch of other stuff, so it's not as strong of a swirl as it could be. But look at how pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, I just had an idea. So let's try one more thing. So now I'm going to go over it again. And the other thing I love about alcohol inks is that if you don't like something, you can go over it with another color, or, you know, I could swipe this right now and totally replace everything that's here if I didn't like it. And there's no messing up. You just keep going, right? So super awesome. Okay. So now I think, let's see, we'll do the other blue. What was it? Bast blue. We'll do that one. It's a little darker. Super pretty though. Let's see. Okay, let's do this one. Shake it up. And then I'm going to, ooh, maybe not. Yeah. Just stay with what you're doing, Cassie. It's okay. I get excited because I'm a freak for color, and I just love colors so much. So I just want to use them all, right? Okay, so I just put a little bit of blue on here, and I'm going to do a really light swirl and see what we get. Over the black, right? Yeah, here we go. It's happening. Yay. Look at how pretty. Yes, this is perfect. And then it just sits on top. Okay? I'm not disturbing what's underneath. I'm telling you, you can make masterpieces this way. I'm telling you what. Now you have to go try. I'm sorry, I'm missing all of your comments here because I'm too busy playing. Look at how pretty. And look at how the black is still in the background and that blue sits right on top. Right? It's so pretty. I just love this. I literally could sit here all day and just keep trying different things. So anyway, there's that. You've got the swirl and you've got the stomp. Okay? Super fun. All right. Now, next I'm going to do, oh yeah, I want to show how to, sometimes it feels like I have two here, but it's just nice and thick. So we're going to go with that. Okay, let's switch it up and let's do some warm colors. Let's get the Rhea red and the, what is, oh yeah, Pavardi pink, very nice, and the Helios orange. Okay, so let's do some warm colors. What do I want to, what am I doing? Right, okay, instead of using that, I'm gonna do direct to paper now, and I'm going to use some alcohol blending solution. I also have the regular alcohol in the spritz bottle to show you some stuff with that. Those are just fun little things to do. Yeah, they do look like blue roses. That's what I was saying for the, I'm sorry, I was just looking at your comment. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you did, even if you did like black background, so I almost switched to pink. If you use the pink too, because this is slightly more opaque too, it's got like a different quality to it. It's very interesting. But yeah, you could have like little rosebuds on the top, right? With the black and the pink. How gorgeous is that? So many ideas. Okay, so first we're gonna start, we're gonna use some alcohol blending solution and just put a little bit around here and there. And then actually, yeah, I'll start with the pink, give it a good shake. I should have shook these before I did that. That's okay. Okay, so then we're gonna just put a few drops here and there. Look at, ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, I did pink and yellow yesterday, which is not my normal combination, but man, it was pretty. It was gorgeous, actually. Okay, so now we've got the red. See, look at that pink. That's like that's unlike any other pink I've used, really. Okay, the red. So now this is kind of monochrome because that pink and red are pretty close. Pretty close, and I just messed my fingers all up here. Okay, so fun thing I like to do, I'm gonna dry this, but I've got this little blower, and this is like for cleaning a dust off your lens for cameras, but I swiped it and I'm using it here. So here we go. We're gonna move some of this color around and get it dried. Now it's all the same, so I'm just moving it around first, and then I'm going to add another color on top of it, I think, because it really is all the same. But it gives you a different effect, even still, from the stomping and the swirling, right? So now you have like a bubbly, orby kind of effect. Okay, so now if we come in with some orange, and give this a shake. Okay, and let's just see. This is still pretty wet, but I'm just gonna drop look at, oh my gosh. Oh, the orange, look at all the shimmer in that. Ooh, I found the shimmer jackpot. Yes, it's so pretty. Okay, now look, I'm using this blower gently because I don't want it to be too much, but watch what's happening here. So now you can have more control over where stuff is going, right? And you can really start to make, you know, interesting specific designs instead of just, you know, when you're doing direct paper, instead of, oh, and look at, you get the little lines there. Okay, now if you blow really hard, then you start to get those lines. Okay, then I just kind of twist it and play with it until I'm happy. And then if you, like I said, if you squeeze it really hard, you start to get those funky little stringy lines, which is really fun. I'm a texture freak and I'm a color freak, so anything where I can like mix the two, I'm all over it. Look at all of that. Super cool. Okay, now I'm still going to add some yellow in here because I feel like it's a little darker than I want it to be. So let's get some yellow. Yeah, the orange and red looks like fire. Yeah, I do. I get really excited about art. I do. It's true. Okay, so now we're gonna, oh, there's more shimmer. I get super, and I'm like a glitter freak too, so yeah. Yep. Okay, look at how bright. And do you see what I was saying about how it kind of blends together in some of the areas. So what I'm trying to do here in the end, I want some more of these like splatter marks, but I want some really good defined edges because we're going to let it dry and then we're going to do some foiling on it. I was able to, yeah, I don't want to move that too much. I love this hard line around here. That worked out nicely. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy so far. Okay, so now I'm going to put it aside, let it dry, and then I'm going to do another one, and I think I'm going to still stick with some bright colors, but we're going to start with yellow. Okay, maybe we'll do yellow. We'll do yellow and pink. Oh no, I just did that. We'll do yellow and green. How about that? Okay. We're gonna skip, and this time I'm not putting the alcohol blending solution down first. We're just gonna put the alcohol ink down, and then we might add some solution on top of it, and then also some of the straight alcohol, and see what we get. Okay, so right now we've just got some yellow. That's fun. With the shimmer in it, that's extra fun. Okay, here's some green right in the middle. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so let's move this around with my little, ooh, look at that. It's like a ripple. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's super awesome. Okay, here we go. So I'm just trying to get some good overall coverage, maybe get some like waves, some gradation. Flower petals. Oh, what are you saying? This one looked like flower petals? I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess that those bigger pieces kind of do. I'm not sure which piece you were talking about though. Okay, that's pretty. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, it's like a lemon lime sort of thing. Okay, so I think let's add a little bit more yellow. Whoops. Okay, I like where this is going, but I want to have a little bit more yellow over here. Yeah, that's what I want. I want them to play with each other. Okay, and then I'm gonna have, oh, I might as well use the, isn't there another, oh, it's the turquoise. I don't want it that dark though. Hold on. We're gonna go back to Gaia Green over here. Okay, yes, very nice. Okay, that's lovely. I'm gonna just kind of mix it up a little bit. Okay, that's good. I really want to have some good edges so I can do the foiling. Okay, so I mean, so far in just a short amount of time, we've done, oh wait, before we do this, I want to show you first, if you put alcohol blending solution on top after, excuse me, afterwards, what do you get? We'll just do it in that corner. So it really kind of pushes that ink out, right? There's still a little tiny bit in the middle there, but wherever it lands, it's taking whatever ink is there and just pushing it out to the edges. So that is really cool. I'm not even going to touch that. And you can't see here. I'm going to see if I can get it up to the camera. The light drops off in a minute here. Let's see if I can. No, I can't. Okay, there is like just the littlest bit of the yellow shimmer in that. Oh, I can't get it. I wish I could show you. Well, maybe when it dries, you'll be able to still see it. But promise me when I tell you, there's a little bit of yellow shimmer in that green. And that is the stuff that excites me because you can't plan that kind of stuff. And that's super fun. Let's try some white. We didn't do any white in here. And this white is pretty amazing as well. Okay. Yes, foiling. Oh, Kristie. Oh, right in the beginning. I'm going to show you in 1 second. Okay. Look at the white. Yeah. So the white, depending on how much you put, it doesn't look white, but it's sort of like blending the edges and then pushing some of that ink out. But look at what it did right there. That's pretty cool. And then here, there was a little extra and there wasn't as much ink there. So it just turned to a white splotch. Pretty cool. Okay, and then the last thing I do want on this guy, I'm going to put him aside for a minute. I think I want to add some more to that, but I want to let it dry for 1 second. I've just got alcohol in a spray, a little mister here. So, oh, you know what? Do I want to mist it? I don't think I want to mist it. I think I'm just going to use the nozzle hose piece and just spritz like this. This is how I like to look at. I mean, that's like pretty much amazing right there. It doesn't get better than that. I love this look. I really, really, really love this look. So it just adds a little bit more texture and interest in 1 second, right? And it's very, very cool. Okay, let's come back to this guy really quick. I want to try to dry him a little bit, but I don't want to lose those edges, so we're going to leave it. And then I am going to add a little tiny bit of turquoise just to give it a little bit more drama in this big open area. It's just too open for me. Oh yeah, come on, that's perfect. Okay, here we go. And I often do too much because I'm like, oh, pretty, keep going. Okay, here we go. So let's move this guy over here. I just feel like it needs a little bit more splatter, like that. Totally awesome. Okay. Yes. I like negative space. I like white space, but that was a little too much for me. And that turquoise actually is pretty much perfect here. Okay. And you know what's even going to be more perfect? Black. Okay. We're going to put the black right on here. Oh, yellow, green, and black. Oh, great minds think alike, Robin. Yes, we're going to add black right now. I think people don't use black enough. I mean, I use black on almost everything. It adds just the right amount of something. You know what I'm saying? And I think people are afraid of it, and they really shouldn't be. I use black so often, and I really encourage other people to as well, because it's gorgeous. Black is great. There we go. Just a little bit. Yep, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. I think I want the tiniest. Sorry, I'm going to move on. I don't need to have it be perfect, right? Okay. But do you see how you can just keep going? And then, you know, you're like, oh, wait, but if I have a little here and a little bit of something there. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Okay, we're done with this for right now. We're going to set it aside. And let's see if this is dry enough for us to do some foiling. It's a little bit tacky still. I'm going to zap it really quick with the heat gun, okay? I'm going to see if I miss any comments really quick while I'm doing this. You don't want to heat it too much because Yupo is plastic. So it will like warp and stuff eventually and do a little melting, but just a little bit of heat is okay. Okay, let's see. Remember to always seal your work to keep the shimmer in place. Oh, that's good. That's good advice. Thank you, Kristie. Okay. Sorry, just reading the comments really quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I think we're good. Add a little turquoise. I did. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. I swear I didn't see your comment before I decided to add turquoise. That's fantastic. Okay. Another sip of my wine. All right, we're going to foil. So here's what I learned, and I'll show you my samples really quick. Okay, here's one of the cards I made out of this. So look, how can I, let me see. Here we go. You see, there it is. All of that gold looks like marbling. That is foil, and I'm about to show you how to do it. It's super exciting. I tried it last night when I was playing around, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, what? I got super excited, and so here we go. Okay, we're gonna do it. Okay, so I have this foil. So the main thing you need to know if you're gonna try this is that it has to be foil that doesn't have to be run through a machine. So it can't be, what is that? Heat activated or toner activated, right? It is, so this is like, what's the other brand? There's another one that you can just sort of rub on, okay? There's a few different ones out there. So I'm sorry, this one happens to be from Crafter's Companion, Sarah Davies' signature collection, and it's just gold and black. Okay, she's got gold and black, and the black is beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay, but we'll do, how about we do black on this and we'll do gold on the green, because that is going to be pretty. So we'll start with the black. Okay, we'll foil both of these. So we're just on a roll here. I'm just going to cut off a little bit really quick. You don't need a lot either, because you just keep reusing it. I'll show you. I hope this is dry enough to do this. Let's see. Okay, just cut off a little piece of your foil. Oh, I see a bunch of letters. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right. Thermoweb. Thank you. That's the other one. Decofoil, you do have to heat. Pretty sure, but you're right. Thermoweb, you don't. So whatever kind of foil that doesn't have to be heated will work with this technique. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what we got. So it works best anywhere the ink, the alcohol ink has been collecting, like around the edges. That's where it seems to work the best. And this is just from me playing around and sort of just like seeing what happens. Okay. So you just rub it on. I just use my finger. Okay. And I just look already. Boom. Okay. Yeah. My friend was over and she was hanging out with me, and I was sort of just playing around practicing, and she was like, wait, are you okay? Because I started freaking out. So I'm like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Sorry, I won't yell now. Sorry, I just yelled a little bit. I get too excited. You can even like scratch some on here too. I had another one that I just used my finger the right way and it scratched it, and it stayed on there. So, and really it's hit or miss, right? It's just like, I don't know what the magic is that is required to make it stay, but other than it's like a little bit stickier there, I don't know. See, because it's not staying in some of the spots, but it is in others. So I think too, another thing that you that is worth noting is like if I wanted to have more black on here, I kind of do. You could go back with some more ink and let it dry and do it again, right? And maybe I didn't let it dry long enough. I don't know. But it's worth experimenting and playing around. So there's a little bit of black. I think I want more black, so I'm going to figure out how to get more on there. But it's so pretty and so cool. Okay. I know, right? Yes. I do get very excited about creating things. I don't mind being, and I tell people all the time, I'm an art nerd and I love it. Okay. So let's do the gold, because the gold is like, ooh, ah, wow. Okay. I actually don't even need that much, but okay, here we go. And I love foiling. I love all types of, I have the mink, I have, you know, like I'm getting that new quill thing that's coming, whatever. I love foiling. I think it's beautiful, and it's a quick way to add awesome to any project. You know, I have like, you know, what is that? Gold leafing, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because it's so pretty. All right, we're going to hit this really quick and dry it up a little bit in hopes that we get more foil on here. Because, you know what, to be honest, with the other ones that I did, I'm going to let that dry on its own for a sec. I'm going to find that other sample I made and show you. This one for sure. I mean, I got a good chunk of gold on this. But I have another one. Where'd it go? 1 second. Well, there's a new one. Okay. It's in here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Look at this one. I mean, they sat for a while. So I don't know if I didn't let it dry long enough to not get that much foil on here, but you see where all these dark spots are. That's all gold foil. So, okay, well, let's just give this a shot and see if I'd let it dry long enough or not. We'll try the little corner here. Okay, and just rub it on. You can kind of tell if it's going to go or not. Ooh, I scratched it. It's not, okay, hold on. You can scratch it on. I don't really want to do that though. I just want it. Oh yeah, here we go. Maybe the green just naturally works better because it's more awesome. Okay. Let's see what we get here. It looks like it's sticking. Yay, it's working. Or maybe the gold is just, I don't know. There should be no reason why it shouldn't work as well on the red, but when I learn the secret, I will share with everyone what the exact secret is of why it works for some and not others. But this gold, man, whew, I bet it would be really pretty with the blue and purple too. Or maybe some silver. I need to get some silver foil now in the non-heating version. Okay. Don't ever change. I definitely don't intend to. Thank you. You as well. Because this is all awesome. Okay, it's not sticking as well on this side. But here, we did get pretty good coverage on this half. Let's see if I can... There we go. You can see it. So, yeah, it's definitely unpredictable. But when it works, it's super fun. And you could always, like, if you really wanted more foil, you could make, you know, you could even just glue and, you know, add more foil that way. Or you can cut this off and just use this half, whatever. But I still think, with or without the foil, this is super beautiful and fun. All right, so in a short amount of time, we made several different styles of backgrounds here. That one was made before. We've got the pounce and we have the swirl. You can do little rosebuds. You can do abstract kind of things. Splatter. I think I'm going to add some splatter to this guy because he would look pretty cool. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is even after you foil, you could go back over it with alcohol ink too, and you're still going to see the foil through the alcohol ink because it's, you know, it's translucent. So you definitely can always keep playing and putting over top. So this is so much fun. I love it. I love the color. So that's my boyfriend, actually. He knows what I'm doing though. Okay. So really quick, last thing we're going to do is so this is a card holder I got. So here, see, I'm going to put my cards in here, maybe like this. I don't know. It like just barely fits this way. Oh, there we go. So I thought any cards I'm going to be giving away or using soon, or cards I make recently that I might want to use for birthdays or whatever, I can put in this cute little container. And so I just thought I would like to cover this container with some of this awesome alcohol ink just to decorate it a little bit. And then I'll just put the little word cards in the front there and be good to go. Let's see your comments really quick. Another cool is to put the ink down and saran wrap on it. Oh yeah. Then pull up. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, I think that would look amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, and also to use it like crinkle up foil and then flatten it out and use it on that and then use that on like a project or something. Yeah, you use in turquoise. Okay. And maybe a tiny bit of purple or black. I don't know. We'll see. We're just gonna go with my gut, whatever I feel, and then we'll be all done. And this is super fun, and I'm really excited that I got to play with these and make some awesome stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the colors I want. Okay, I think I'm gonna get a fresh pad really quick. Okay, and start with the Gaia green and the turquoise. Okay, so give everything a good... No, actually I'm going to start with bright blue and Gaia green. Okay. So here we go. Get a good amount of blue and a good amount of green. So I'm going to cover most of this surface, and I'm going to do the pouncing technique because I think that gives a nice, very variegated, varied kind of look to it. Ooh, this is so bright too. Look at how pretty. Yeah. And then after, of course, once this is dried and I'm done, then I will cover it. So, oh, and you can still see the galvanized metal underneath it. Now, this is just tape that I've put around the edges so I can protect the wood so I don't get ink on the wood around it. Okay, here we go. All right, I can't get underneath that. So I think I'm just gonna take this pad off and pounce underneath with my finger. Why not? Here we go. That works. Can't be afraid to get your fingers dirty, right? Okay. So then I'm gonna come in with a little bit darker color, okay? And I'm going to, because this is like a small-ish surface and I really don't want it going everywhere, that's why I'm doing the pouncing. Otherwise I probably would do the other way because I really like the way that looks. but I definitely want to have a little bit more control in this small space. So next I'm going to come in with some turquoise. Okay, and I'm doing it on the same pad because it's all in the same family here, and it really is not going to be a big deal. Yes. Okay, so actually, why don't we do this? I'll do a little swirl. Okay. Nice. Ooh, I'm going to go on the top too. I didn't think of that. Pretty, pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to do swirl in purple. Okay, final swirl in purple, and then we will be good. And I'm actually going to get another new pad for this because I really want this to be nice and fresh. Okay, do the purple, and then I think we'll be good. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, the turquoise is just gorgeous. Really, that's always the case, isn't it? I mean, turquoise is like gold right now. It's just so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do a really light swipe and see what we get. Maybe that's too light. Okay. You just kind of have to play with it. Oh yeah, here we go. Until you find the right pressure and movement, depending on how much ink you've got on it, and you know how dark the ink is and all of that stuff. You just have to play. That's the best part. Okay. Yay! Oh my gosh, this looks like a summer garden, doesn't it? Almost looks like little flowers with the green background. Yeah, I almost don't want to touch this. Okay. I think I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit of black. Okay, I'm gonna get the Luna Black, and I'm just gonna put tiny little drops. Okay, let's see how this looks. And if I don't like it, remember, I can always replace it. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. It just adds a little bit more texture, right? And it's such a pretty color. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally in love with this. I'm happy, and I think I'm done. I don't want too much. Too late, right? Too much. I just can't stop with the black. Okay, there we go. Yes. So there we are. Let me put the lids on here. Okay, and then let's just quickly take this tape off so we can see the finished product. And it's the finished product, and it was very quick to make. I will spray this later and protect it so it can't be affected by any elements later on. And then I'm going to add the word cards inside there, since I'm going to use it for my greeting cards. But there it is. Cute little box. But there it is. Cute little box with, you know, hand decorated front, the galvanized metal. Let's bring a little bit close up so you can see the detail there. Super pretty. All right, so here are just our quick projects and different things that we've tried tonight. So we got the pouncing and the swirling and the splatters and the awesome foil. And oh, I forgot to show you, you can stamp directly onto it. Here I have this fun, here's a card I did, another card. This is on vellum on top because I wanted to stand out a little bit more. But I stamped directly onto the background here with some of that, and I put some glitter in it, and the glitter stuck in the sticky parts, right? So you can do that. You can do this nice foil on top and make pretty cards. So many ways you can use it. Here I was playing with the metal, and I have, if I can get my hands on it, I have this just this pretty little flower metal piece that I'm going to use in a mixed media project or something, and I just wanted to practice. And you see, you know, it's just plain metal here, and I've colored it here just like we did with this final project here. So wonderful, great product, fun to use, easy, great colors. Here's Kristie's card again, and she is all over social media, so you can find her anywhere. Definitely worth picking these up and playing with them and seeing what you can make with them. Super fun, and I loved it so much. Thank you, Kristie, again so much for making these, and I just really had a great time. just going to check comments one more time to make sure I didn't miss anything. You're making me excited. Keep yelling. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I get super excited. People, my family's upstairs. I have an art studio in the basement, and they often make fun of me. Like, what are you doing down there? Okay. Let's see. Gorgeous. Thank you. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. Thank you, Kristie. Yep. Thank you, Robin. It was really nice to meet you here in YouTube land. All right. Yes. And I will share Kristie's contact information on the links on YouTube. And I'm going to post this also on my blog for people to see. So I'll put your links everywhere so people can find you, so they can order these awesome inks. And I hope everybody has a good night. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I'll see you next week. Nice to meet you too, Robin.